Hey there, welcome to Henry's Sunday Afternoon Funk Session. That's right. Like last week, I had a funk session. That was part one. This is part two. So what I did was, last week I just put some samples together just to see what we could do with a groove. Just throwing some funky samples together, seeing what we could come up with, right? So got a lot of feedback on that, right? Got it from all different kind of places. Actually, people like what I was putting together, kind of get you moving. But I said, okay, well, I'm gonna take it a little bit further, right? So this is part two of the session, the Sunday Afternoon Funk Session, right? So anyway, so this is what it sounded like when I left it last week. It sounded like this, right? So had this groove going, and just kind of good groove. I like the way it was going, right? Some other people like the way it was going. Just kind of, I guess it's a 70s/80s funky sound. So everybody kind of like that groove, right? But I got some comments, got some feedback back about how it should go, and of course the next task was trying to write this thing, right? So anyway, so I had to try to put something together, put some lyrics together, and I had a suggestion also from Michael. He said you need to put some horns in there, right? So I had to try to figure out how to get some horns in there. Anyway, this was an extremely tedious task trying to get this thing together because I had to write it first, right? So anyway, so I wrote some lyrics out, put some lyrics to it, right? Thought it might be a decent little melody, something to kind of go along with. And here it goes. So anyway, so I just kind of want to show you guys how I put it together. And first of all, this was tedious because if you look at all these tracks I have, I've got, 52 tracks in trying to put this thing together, right? Because I layered vocals over and over and over again trying to get something out like. So anyway, so I came up with a little hook line. I thought the hook was pretty decent, right? And the hook is called grooving, right? And I know everybody don't use the term grooving anymore, right? But us old folks, we still like the term grooving. So anyway, so I put this. I'm naming the song. Actually, I'm naming the song grooving. So I put some hooks together, right, to give it some grooving, right? And the hook kind of goes. Let me show you guys what the hook sounds like by itself. So if you just listen to the hook, here's the hook. And that's I layered the hell out of this thing, right? We're just trying to get it going. And if you listen to it with the music, just kind of playing it with the music, right? Just to give you an idea what it sounds like. Make sure I got my music up here. With some music back behind it, right? So anyway, so I wanted, there's a space in between, like they just do grooving, right? I said that's kind of boring just to have just grooving and nothing else. But they got this grooving part, and there's this pause here, right? So I need to add something between there, right? So what I did was I said, okay, well, if it's like a call and answer, right? So you do like grooving, and then somebody says something back, like if you were dancing and you said something, somebody would say something back. We call that call and answer, right? So I said, let me try to do a little call and answer with this thing. So I had a call and answer going, and when it does grooving, it's answered, right? So I put it together. So I like that part, right? It's kind of going. So that's basically the hook of the song. Yep, and that's why I rap. I got on a Corvette T-shirt today. Anyway, so that's kind of the way I put the hook together, right? And of course, I use that hook throughout. But that's layered pretty good because I've got maybe 8 or 10 tracks of just a call and answer. I probably got like 30 tracks of just grooving, right? And singing these parts. And I didn't sing it 30 times. I sang it like 7. I sang the hook in seven different parts, right? Just so I could kind of get an idea of harmonizing with myself because I do all my own backgrounds, right? So in other words, this is one, right? Let me back it up a little bit so you can hear one harmony. That's one harmony. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. So that's 4, and here's 5. Here's 6. So that's me 6 times. I'm doing this, harmonizing with myself. So I'm harmonizing with myself. I'm doing it 6 times. So anyway, so I got the hook. I think I got it where I wanted it, right? So anyway, so that's the hook, right? So next, I need to have a verse to go along with it, right? You gotta have a verse, something to say, right? So I don't know why I was thinking about this spirit thing, right? But I didn't want it to be like a gospel song, but I wanted this kind of spiritual overtone, right? So I don't know something about the devil popped into my head. I have no idea why. But anyway, so I thought I'd put that in right in one of the lines, and from that point, it kind of just wrote itself. So if you listen to this, this is a lead.
I know it's gonna be alright. Don't let the devil try to fool you. I know he's making you uptight.
Making you uptight.
But no, he's only trying to use you. Don't let him take over your body. Just play it cool, don't be no fool. Just keep your head and wits about you, and faith will surely
and
see you through.
Well, I took the hook out. Oh my goodness, what happened here?
Keep that body.
I'm sorry, I had the music on mute. I needed to solo the music to bring the music back in, right? So anyway, so again, here we go.
Just play it cool, don't be no fool. Just keep your head and wits about you.
I kind of like that groove. It's a good groove, you know.
Will surely see you through. Keep that body moving.
So that's basically the song. That's most of the song anyway, right? So I kind of got the song down, kind of wrote it out, kind of sung it, right? I used a neat little trick when I also did it, is that I kind of wanted a little distortion on the voice, like that the robotic type of sound. So I kind of went with that on one of the passages. I kind of went with the robotic type of sound, right? So what I've got is I've got this dual lead here, and if you listen to it, one is natural, and one I'm using this robotic type of sound.
I know it's gonna be alright.
And if you listen to it by itself,
don't let the devil try to fool you.
And you can hear that tone, but mixed
I
together.
know he's making you uptight.
So I've got both of them going together, going with each other.
But no, he's only trying to use you.
So I like that tone there. So I want to put that tone in, right? So anyway, so that's basically the song up to that point. And also, got to have a musical break, right? So you got to have a musical break. So what happened is that when you come off the second verse, you want to have like an 8-bar riff, right? So you got to have an 8-bar riff in the second verse, just to kind of give it a little bit more dynamic, make it a bit more dynamic. So anyway, so let me see. I started that at bar. Where did I start that at? I started that at I think it was like bar 50 some. I started that. So let me go to the 50 some bar. So I started that down in here, and you'll see as we come off. And you can hear that kick drum, right? But I also put some claps in there. I just love to play the clap sound. And the claps are right here. So I got my claps going, right? Well, what else would take place during that, right? I thought it'd be nice to put a little solo in there, a synth type of solo, and I just had a ball putting this synth solo together. So I put a synth solo together to go along with that part. And when you add the synth solo, it gives it a brand new dynamic. I think it just sounds fantastic. And again, we're just putting this together, right? I'll probably have it out soon. But so I put the synth solo in to go along with it. Let me bring my synth solo up. So check it out with the synth solo. I think it's kind of neat. Like I said, solo, right? So I had a ball putting that in, right? So the last thing I wanted to put in was I wanted to add some horns. So I had to figure out what would be a good horn pattern. Michael Mitchell suggested I add some horns. He said, you need some horns, right? Well, I really struggled in trying to find a horn pattern that I really like. But I found something that I thought was pretty decent. So I said, well, and I played around with it, cut it up some, kind of shaped it, right, to go along with the overall tone of the song. So when I bring the horns in now, it gives it a new dynamic. Well, you guys singing the horns. So I got the horns. So I got everything in there now, right? So I got my horns in there. I've got my backing vocals in there. Wrote the lead out. Did all the singing. Put the whole song together. And here's a quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. Keep you guys all day. And this is my funk session Sunday afternoon. So you guys got to bear with me a little bit anyway, right? But anyway, so this is basically the song. I'll probably have it out. I need to do a little bit more mixing and mastering to it. But basically, it kind of goes like this. And I hope you like it. It's that old school flavor, which I love. I'm going to always love that. You know, I did the old Johnny Mathis thing yesterday. Johnny Mathis style. I'm not Johnny Mathis by no means, but a Johnny Mathis style. And a lot of people like that. I also like this kind of stuff. Everything's there.
Keep that body moving. I know it's gonna be alright. Don't let the devil try to fool you. I know he's making you uptight.
Like I said, mix between not really fun.
But no, he's only trying to use you.
Kind of spiritual, you know, you can turn it
Don't
your
let him
own
take
way.
over your body. Just play it cool. Don't be no fool. Just keep your head in what's about you.
You got me moving.
Faith will surely see you through. Keep that body moving.
Of course, this just shows what you can also do by yourself. You know.
Keep that body moving. Don't let the madness get you down now.
Especially with none of y'all. My sister would go contribute some lyrics, but she's so hard on me, right? I don't know. She is really hard on me, you know. But if I can please her, I can please anybody.
That do the choosing. I know it's not always so simple. Don't let them rule you. Get right to you. Just let that music shake you loose now. Get out that seat and feel that groove. Keep
Huh? Keep this body moving. Especially when you get old, right? You gotta keep that body moving. Don't be standing still. Get up out there. Get up out there. I'm rocking and knocking. I got new chairs too, by the way. Got a new chair. Finally got rid of that old one. See those claps? I love those claps.
Don't let him take over your body. Just play it cool. Don't
That's 2 minutes and 51 seconds so far. See, I don't want to, most songs around 3:30, something like that, you know, which is long enough unless you do the extended DJ remix cut, right? And those things can go for like 30 minutes.
keep that body moving. Keep that body moving. Don't let the devil get you. Don't let them rule you. Get right to you.
And that's it. And that's because I can show you one more thing I wanted to show you is that when it faded out on its own, I use what they call automation, right? So that I didn't have to hold down the master, which is this is the master fader. I didn't have to hold down the master fader. I just wanted the song to fade out on its own, right? So I use automation in my DAW. And what that does is, again, I can actually manipulate the fader so that it will automatically shut down. So this, the green line is the fader. Here's the master fader here. So you can actually, you will actually see it climb down when I go. So I'll start from this bar right here.
Keep that body moving.
And watch the fader start moving down.
Don't let the devil get you.
Here we go.
Don't let them
Just going down automatically.
get right to you.
And there you you have it. Again, Henry Sunday afternoon funk session. This is part 2 of the song we started a couple of weeks ago. I think it might have been last weekend when my wife was out there washing the car. Anyway, she's not washing the car today. She's looking at movies, because everybody's kind of trapped in the house, right? So of course I got to get downstairs and watch some kind of movie with her. I don't know, I got to find something with some action in it. I can't be taking those British love stories, from back in the 1800s. That's a bit too old for me. Plus, everybody talks about how good it was. Come on, man, it wasn't that good back then. I mean, especially not for us, right? You know what I mean? I mean, what was our role back then, right? I'm sorry. I know that's not me. But anyway, hopefully I will see you guys soon. And again, you can always subscribe to my channel. I love it when people subscribe to my channel. I've got tons of videos, not tons, but I got quite a few videos out there. Some I show how to do certain things. Some is the music that I already have published and produced out there on with Amazon and Pandora and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, and of course, I'm gonna put this on the video. So if you hit the like button, right, you can always like and subscribe to my channel. The more subscribers, the happier I am, of course, just like anybody else. But anyway, I will see you guys. I'm not sure when I'm going to do another one because I've got some other tutorials I need to do for band in the box, stuff like that. But anyway, hopefully you guys having a great Sunday afternoon. Bye. See you.